So, at the beginning of the story, we are shown a heavily fortified vault belonging to a man who has an old rivalry with Dom. He orders his son, Dante, to make Dom suffer and eliminate his entire family. Just then, Dom and Brian arrive and, with the help of gadgets, steal the vault. Dante and the police give chase. Dom and Brian flee onto a bridge, where Dom tells Brian to escape while he alone faces the police and Dante. In the fight, Dom throws Dante's car off the bridge, and it crashes onto Dante's father, killing him instantly. 2 years after the accident, we see Tom, Tidge, Roman, Han living happily with his wife Letty and son Brian. Their old friends Roman, Tidge, and Ramsey, along with her grandmother, visit, and they all have lunch together. Later, they are appointed for a mission in Rome, but Tom and Letty decide to stay home. The agency puts Roman in charge of the mission. Tidge explains they must steal a high-tech computer from a moving truck in Rome, and they all set off for the mission. That night, an old enemy of Dom's, Cypher, arrives at his house in a weakened state. She tells him about an incident involving Dante, who came to her building the previous night and gave her a contract to kill Dom. However, Cypher refused because she had tried to kill Dom many times in the past but always failed. Dante emotionally blackmailed Cypher's men, turning them against her, and stole her most powerful tech gadget, which allows him to control any tech gadget in the world. Thugs try to kill her, but she kills them all instead, getting slightly injured herself. She tells Dom that Dante has become more powerful and is coming to kill him and his family. After handing Cypher over to the police, Dom seeks help from Little Nobody, who is Nobody's son and also a police officer. Nobody was formerly in charge of the agency and had partnered with Dom to catch criminals many times. Little Nobody says he did not assign any mission in Rome. Dom realizes this is all Dante's doing and understands Dante is setting a trap. Dom, Letty, and Little Nobody head to Rome to save their friends. Meanwhile, in Rome, the team hijacks the truck as instructed. As Ramsey hacks into the truck, it gets auto-locked from the outside, controlled remotely by Dante using the stolen gadget. Roman and Han are in separate cars following the truck. Tidge checks the truck and finds a massive bomb inside, which Dante is controlling. Dom and Letty arrive in Rome, find the four, and Ramsey informs Dom about the bomb via talkie. Little Nobody says they must stop the truck quickly, otherwise the bomb will kill many innocent people. Dom uses an iron rope to topple the truck, but Dante opens the rear gate. To slow the truck down, Han and Roman use their cars to touch it and apply brakes, stopping it. However, the bomb gains speed and rolls away. Dom and Letty chase after it to stop it. Meanwhile, Ramsey, Han, and Roman escape through a tunnel because the police are after them. Dante planned this so they would be seen as criminals by the police. If the bomb explodes in Rome, the blame will fall on Dom and his crew. Meanwhile, Dom manages to stop the bomb, but Dante attaches it under Little Nobody's car. Letty tells Little Nobody about the bomb under the car. Little Nobody jumps out to save himself, but his car leaps up and hits the bomb, causing it to gain tremendous speed again. Dom chases after it to stop it. Dante is monitoring everything. Ramsey tells Dom that if the bomb is thrown into water, its impact might be reduced. Meanwhile, Dante escapes from Letty, and the police arrest Letty. Dom succeeds in dropping the bomb into the water, but Dante, now far from the city, detonates it remotely. The blast's impact is so great that nearby buildings are heavily damaged, though there are no reports of casualties. Dom escapes. Dom and his crew are blamed for the destruction in Rome, and Dom becomes the world's most wanted criminal. This case is given to the agency, now headed by Ad instead of Nobody. Just then, Nobody's daughter, MIA, arrives, having sneaked past the guards. She makes them understand that Dom and his crew are being framed for the Rome incident and that they have helped the agency many times, but that only sees Dom as a criminal. Av asks MIA to leave. Seeing the destruction in Rome, Roman is very sad. Helen arrives and tells Dom that Letty has been arrested. Meanwhile, Av boards a plane and uses technology to ask his allies to locate Dom and his friends. He then sends some police officers to Dom's sister MIA's house to capture her and her son. MIA and Brian are playing video games when the police attack. MIA confronts them and tells Brian to run away. Brian hides in an upstairs bathroom. A police officer breaks down the bathroom door. Just then, Jacob arrives to save MIA and Brian because he and Dom are brothers. MIA and Jacob fight off all the police officers, and Jacob takes Brian away. Meanwhile, in Naples, MIA finds Dom in a bar. Dom recognizes her as Nobody's daughter. Dom tells her he needs to get Letty out of jail, but MIA says it's impossible and refuses. Dom gives her his locket and tells her to show it to Letty. Meanwhile, the four hide in a container and escape from Rome. MIA goes to visit Letty in jail and shows her the locket. Seeing the locket, Letty understands they are on the same side and promises MIA she will escape. Meanwhile, Dom, searching for Dante, arrives at a place where he has won many races, and everyone knows him. Dante arrives and challenges Dom to a race, involving a girl and a boy. The race starts, but Dante gives the boy's car a bomb and blows up both cars. Dom abandons the race midway to save the girl, and Dante wins the race by cheating. Meanwhile, when Letty wakes up, she sees Cypher lying on the next bed. This place is a facility in Iceland where injured people are treated by machines. Meanwhile, Dante hacks into Tidge and his friends' bank accounts and steals all their money. Meanwhile, Jacob and Brian create fake passports and head towards Portugal from France. When Tidge checks his account to buy guns and cars, he discovers Dante has hacked his account and stolen all the money. But Roman tells them he has a lot of money. They go to Rams's contact who can arrange guns and cars for them, but he betrays them and calls the police. They all escape, and on the way, Hunt says he knows someone he doesn't want to meet, but that person could help them. Meanwhile, in Iceland, Cypher hacks the facility's system and releases gas throughout the facility, causing all the police to fall asleep. She tells Letty she has made all the arrangements and they can escape. Letty, hearing this, attacks Cypher because Cypher had troubled her a lot in the past, and they fight badly. Meanwhile, MIA tells Dom everything about Dante, and Dom heads towards Dante's house. Meanwhile, Han reaches the person who can help him, and as soon as he knocks on the door, that person, Shaw, pulls him inside. Shaw locks the door so the three can't enter. Han and Shaw are angry with each other over something, and a fight breaks out between them. Just then, Han arrives, and they forget their fight and attack that agent together, fighting as a team and defeating him. By then, Ramsey hacks the door, and the three enter. Meanwhile, Jacob and Brian have reached Portugal, where Jacob has a hideout and a modified car that Brian really likes. Meanwhile, Dom reaches where it all started, Dante's house. Just then, Dante calls him and tells him he is standing in front of his house and is going to kidnap his son. Then and the police also arrive at Dante's house and arrest Dom at gunpoint. Meanwhile, Letty defeats Cypher and almost reaches the exit of the Iceland facility, but as soon as she sees the outside temperature, she immediately goes back down. Cypher gives her a suit and shoes to protect her from the cold. Letty doesn't understand why Cypher is doing this. Meanwhile, Shaw gives them all cars and weapons and then leaves himself. Meanwhile, as that is taking Dom away, they are attacked with missiles. Dante orchestrates this attack to kill Dom. Dante and his goons attack the police and Dom. But when Dom kills all the goons, Dante takes as his shield. Just then, MIA arrives and points a gun at Dante, forcing him to release MIA. Then Dom chases Dante, but Dante keeps laughing because he knew someone was coming to save him. Just then, a helicopter arrives with many goons who shoot MIA but Dom saves MIA from the bullet. Dante, at gunpoint, takes a device that allows him to locate Brian and leaves. Then Dom sends MIA to the hospital with survives due to a bulletproof jacket. Meanwhile, Dante's goons reach Jacob and Brian. Jacob escapes with Brian in a car equipped with many missiles, which he uses to gain an advantage over the goons and destroy many cars. Dante starts chasing them. They lead him onto a highway where Dom arrives in a plane and jumps onto the highway with his car. That says the plane will land 5 kilometers away. Meanwhile, in the moving car, Brian fixes the broken machine, and he succeeds. But Dante kidnaps him from the moving car and rams Dom's car from behind, causing Dom to land on the lower highway. Just then, many goons arrive from the front to kill Dom, whom Dom kills with his car. Dom and Jacob feel very sad about Jacob's apparent death. Then a helicopter tries to catch Dom's car with a wire, but Dom uses the nitrogen attached to the car to make the two helicopters crash and uses them to destroy all the enemy's cars. He reaches Dante and rams his car into Dom's car in the moving train, causing it to fall onto a mattress. Meanwhile, the plane lands in a place, and Dom is moving towards the plane when suddenly trucks appear on both sides of Dom. Dante is controlling them using a gadget. Just then, their four friends arrive in a plane, but their plane is attacked with a missile and blown up. Does this because he is not with Dom but with Dante. Then we find out that and Dante are brothers. Then Dante starts the trucks and sends them rapidly towards Dom, but Dom throws the car off the train. The trucks collide and explode. Dom runs towards the plane, but the car falls into the water. Brian and Dom both survive, but the twist is that Dante has planted bombs on every pillar of the dam. Meanwhile, Letty and Cypher, fleeing from Iceland, reach a submarine brought by Cypher's friend, whose name is not revealed. The film ends with the actress leaving the question of whether Dom and Brian will escape or not. So, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the video for more such exciting stories.